Hello everyone, this is Christine from the Crafter's Outpost, and today I'm going to be making a pretty much huge masterboard. So what I did is I just took an old book and a glue stick, and I just glued 4 pages together to get a thickness in order to make that part of my bookmarks or tags that I'm making in this masterboard. So I just glued the 4 pages together, just ripping it out of the book. I had to end up doing a voiceover because it was pretty noisy the day I was recording, so I apologize. And then I just took my decorative scissors, and you can rip, tear, do however, big squares, small squares. I'm choosing the big squares because I'm doing it on a big, huge brown roll. I don't end up using this yellow sheet of paper I was going to use. I found a big brown roll that, like Christmas paper comes in. So I ended up using that instead. But anyway, so I just inked up all the edges, any kind of distressed ink. If you want to use crowns, colors, anything you want to do to dress up your pages, it's all up to you. Sky's the limit. So I ended up doing about, I think, 9 of these, and then I did like 5 of these music pages. And I just started, randomly putting them down on the paper, which here, as I said, I was going to use this big yellow sheet, but it wasn't really big enough, and it just wasn't working in the way that I wanted it to, so I changed it out. And so here you can see I changed it into on the brown roll that I had. And then I just randomly started gluing them down. I do use the glitter glue for this because I don't use the glue stick because I want it to stay down permanently on the paper and not pull up. Probably towards the end I'll do some sewing to hold my stuff down. I'm also going to end up Mod Podging here, you'll see towards the end. And basically just gluing it all down and just leaving some room in between my pages because I'm not real sure, what I'm going to be using. I'm going to probably be using a lot of stickers and different types of elements randomly wherever I decide to put them. You'll see later on. And so just glue that down real good, and I just used what I had. And there's not a whole lot that you have to make one of these. Just some old book pages, some glue, and ink if you want to do edging, and that's really basically it. Just cut your pages the size you want and lay it however you want, and just have fun, because that's the whole point, right? So here, I just took some other book pages and cut them in smaller pieces so I could fill them in between some gaps to give it a different look. All right, so this is what I have so far, and I did a lot of this off camera because I didn't want to bore everybody. But what I did is I took some packaging that came from, like one of those rolls that you get from wrapping paper that's all rolled up, and I just unrolled it. I came into my kitchen table because I don't have room in my craft room, and so this is what I've done so far. And I just basically wanted to get my base down, and then I'm just going to start adding scraps and different things that I have, like you see the playing cards, and just some old scraps that I have, a little bit of everything in my craft room. And then we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to do a lot of that off camera because I just don't have the space and the lighting in my kitchen. But I will explain what I did afterwards. So keep watching. I also wanted to make mention that on this board I left quite a few gaps on this end because I'm going to be filling it up with other stuff, and sometimes I just don't like to cover up all the work that I did prior to my board It just bothers me. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but you know, after you spend all the time and the money and the extra that it takes to ink everything, and then you overlap stuff, and the next thing you know, your whole project disappears. And so I just purposely left some gaps in between so I can, you know, see the parts of the board that I wanted to show. Hope this helps. So here is some of the things that I had cut out a long time ago, and I made some master boards with these once before, and I just inked them in different colors, you know, the old book pages. And then I started working on this whole deck of cards where I sanded the back off because I guess glue won't stick if you have to sand it because of the coating that's on these. And I never did make anything with them, so I'm probably going to use quite a few in this board to start using them up. And I just have a lot of little kind of scraps of things, different things, tea-dyed cards, and anything else that I can find. I have a lot of scraps here. These I don't know that I will be keeping. You can only keep so much scraps. Here's some leftover little flowers that I had made that either was ripped or something was wrong with them. And so these are some of the cutouts that I use for my cards that I make. And so I'll just find things that are defective and I won't use in anything else, and then I'll just throw them on this board. So I will continue working on it, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so here's a halfway through process. I just pretty much got most of my paper down, and I've been adding pictures and washi tape and just different scrapbook paper that I have used the last few years. And so I'm just kind of throwing it together. I'm not really thinking too much about it, and this is what we have so far. And so I will show you the rest in a little bit. Okay, so now the next step was doing some stamping, and I just used 2 stamps, and that's all I really wanted to use. I didn't want to get into a bunch of stamping, and so I just did enough to highlight and change the look of the masterboard, and I really liked how it turned out. And the 2 stamps that I chose was the letter stamp and a flower stamp. And I just randomly just stamped everywhere. And you can see it. It really did change things up. I really like it. And so that was the next step that I did. And then I put some doilies down and I inked them, and I just laid them randomly around the areas. So you can see a little bit of the flower, and I have some of the lettering stamping, and I really like the way it's turned out so far. And you don't need a whole lot. Like I said, I just used 2 stamps. So I really end up liking the way it turned out so far. And the next step we're going to be going to is just using some pencils. I believe this is a charcoal pencil. It does, I used it to do some outlining and just to make some shadows around different objects on the board. And so I fast forwarded this, speeded it up a little bit. Didn't want to bore you with it. But I just randomly just took my pencil and highlighted some areas. And, you know, if I wanted to put some shadows in or add some darker color. And then I took these pastels and did the same thing. Added some effect with those. And I like it, but I'm probably going to be covering some of it up anyway. So I didn't get real crazy with it. But when I did this area here, I didn't like the way it blended too much, so I probably will be covering that up anyway, so I don't mind. But in the end, I fixed it, and it turned out pretty good. So now we're moving on to the next step. And this is where I used my Stickles glitter pens. I colored in some of the flowers. As you can see, I've again had speed the video up a little bit, but I did just different sparkles and to give it some glitter. And so I used different paints and pencils and anything I could find to give it more dimension and highlight some of the things that I've already put down. And I have these metallic markers, and so I also use those to help fill in like some of the cutout flowers like there in the center. You know, again, just using my colored pencils and filling in the color wherever I decided I wanted to bring that more highlighted out into the view and add some more dimension. So again, it's basically just there's no rules, there's no rhyme or reason. It's mindless crafting, really. I just don't think a whole lot about. Sometimes when I sit down to do it, I just want to create. I really don't care what I'm doing, and in the end, I'm usually pretty okay with it. But I really like the way this board turned out in the end. So you just have to use what you have. Again, markers, anything that you have in your craft stash, and just play around, have fun, because that's really what it's all about. Yeah, seeing what you have created is the best part of the whole creation. So just have fun with it and enjoy yourself. And here is the next step. Okay, so far I have gotten all the elements down that I wanted to use at this point. And I have decided to Mod Podge over top. I know there's a lot of controversy about that and it leaving a tacky residue in all this way to, you know, seal your stuff. Well, I decided since I was going to be using this for just tags and other things, I'm going ahead and I'm using the gloss Mod Podge. And because I'm cutting them up in such small areas, I really don't care if it has a little bit of tackiness to it. Now, if it was a book page or something, I might reconsider. But I've decided to Mod Podge everything down. And I did spend a few hours last night using all my paints, and I have these little decorative things right here that I laid down. I have them in gold. I have them in black. Where's my black one? Like right here is a black one. So I just kind of put different things that I had in my stash, flowers, different things. So when I cut it up, then I can decorate it even some more. But right now I'm just trying to get the Mod Podge on, get it sealed, and then I will do a whole show of the board when I'm done before I cut it up. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, so be looking for part 2. Here is the before and here is the after. And I will be doing a part 2 on after I cut it up and show you the end results of what I got. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, like, and share. And thank you again.